We're moving into working with some tables in more depth in AutoCAD now. What we're going to take a look at is how we create a new table style, place the table in the drawing, and extract data from the drawing and place it into the table. Now, we haven't done that before, and it's utilizing a thing called fields in AutoCAD. And as we work through the next few videos, you'll see how that data can be brought out of the drawing and put into the table. Now, the drawing we've got for you is called simpleobjects.dwg. You know the drill by now. You can download it from the library to follow along with the videos. Now, when you get the drawing open, make sure you're in the Model tab. You should be able to see a rectangle, a circle, and a hexagon. And also on the Layer drop-down, just make sure you're using the Tables layer as your current layer. Now, the first thing we need to do is develop a simple table style. Now, personally, I like to do that from the Annotate tab on the ribbon. You can, however, work from the Annotation drop down here on the Home tab on the ribbon. There you go. There's Table Style there. I'm going to go to the Annotate tab, and I've got my Tables panel here. And I'm going to click on that arrow there, and that will take me into Table Style. Now, we want a new table style, so we'll click on New. The name of it will be Shape Areas. Like so. You can see where we're going with this. We're going to take the areas of the shapes in the drawing and put them into the table. Now, we're going to start with standard because that's the only one we've got to start with. Click on continue. And you can see there that we go into the table style, the shape areas table style. Now, table direction. At the moment, the title is at the top. If I set that to up, can you see the title ends up at the bottom? So you can tweak your table up or down with data. I prefer the down option with the title at the top. Now, we've got three default cell styles: data, header, title. You can, however, create a new cell style or manage cell styles. You can do that from there, from the drop down, or you can go here and create a new cell style there and manage your cell styles there if you want to. We're just going to stick with our three: data, header, title. Now, select title from the drop down, and you can see we've got three tabs: general, text, and borders. Now, you can have a fill color, you can have an alignment. The format is general. If I click there, you'll see that I can change the table cell format. I can make it a date, a decimal number, and so on. We just want general in this case. That's fine, so we'll OK it. And it's going to be a label. Now, it could also be data, but in this case, it's just going to be a label. And middle center is the good alignment. And we're going to change the margins a bit here to suit the drawing. So I'm going to make these 25, hit the tab key, 25 again, hit the tab key. Now, you'll notice the preview starts to look a bit odd. Don't panic. We're going to go to the text tab, and we're going to use the standard text style, and we're going to set the text height to 150. Now, if you press tab after putting 150 in, you'll see that update and it looks much better. Text color, I always use by layer because then you're putting all of those text colors into the table from the tables layer. Text angle 0. And borders there, you can leave all of them as they are. So that's your first cell style sorted. Let's go to the drop down. We're going to go to header now. Now again, general, tab here, fill color none, alignment middle center, general and label. Set your margins again to 25, tab, and then 25, tab. And you'll see that update accordingly. Can you see it update there? But now we need to go to text. Standard text style, but we're going to change the text height to 125. When you press tab after that 125 value, you'll see it all start to update in the preview and look a lot more sensible. Again, text color is going to be by layer, text angle 0. The borders can remain by default as they are. Last but not least, we're going to go to data and go to the general tab. Fill color none. Alignment is top center for data. I don't know why it does that. I prefer it middle center, but by default, it's top center. The format is general, as you can see, but that's okay. We can leave it as general, and it's just going to be data rather than a label. So can you see you can change it there, data to label. Horizontal and vertical, again, we change to 25 for the margins. And if you hit tab each time, you can see that tab accordingly, and it all starts to make sense in the preview there. Text tab, again, text style standard, text height will be 100 for the data. And if you tab that again, you'll see that update and now the table looks sensible. Text color by layer, text angle 0 for horizontal, and the borders all remain by default as they are. So now you've created your shape areas table. Click on OK, and as you can see, it adds it to the list on the left. Select shape areas there, click on set current to make it the current style. As you can see, current table style shape areas. Click on close, and when you look up at your tables panel here on the annotate tab on the ribbon, shape areas is your current table style. So now you've inserted your table style into your drawing. The next step is to start creating the table itself and adding the data from the drawing into the table.